Hi everybody. Sentence parts is a powerful writing strategy. In fact, for years and years, my students voted it as one of the top 2 writing lessons in this course. Personally, I think of it as a backbone for Workworld Writing. I really want you to take this strategy seriously, spend some time learning it on your own, make sure you know how to do it. I'm going to test you on these sentence parts. You're going to use these sentence parts when you write your article, when you write your final writing project. That's over 40% of the course uses this strategy. So yeah, let's dive right in and take a closer look, and I think you're going to like it.
Sentence parts is a powerful writing and grammar strategy that works really well for Workworld writing. So let's start by taking a look at the difference between Workworld writing and other writing. Workworld writing is any writing you would see in the workplace or in industry. Emails, letters, writing you would see on a website or press releases, both newspaper and magazine articles, and even office procedure documents. Now, there are some forms of writing that don't often show up in the work world. For example, novels and short stories or poems, traditional school essays, you don't see those in the workplace, or textbooks, just to name a few. Now, each one of these categories has a very specific style of writing. So, for example, with the other writing category, you might see things like really artistic, long sentences, or character development, setting plot and problems with solutions, rhyme and rhythm if we're talking about poetry, and even iambic pentameter. And so these styles of writing don't often show up in the work world. Workworld writing, you'll see things like very concise writing, shorter sentences, very linear reasoning, straightforward thinking, no fluff, and no repetitiveness. We can even dive in deeper and look at Workworld sentences. Often these sentences are shorter, not always, but often, and they're very much to the point, they're easily understood, and they have very simple grammar in them. Now we get to the sentence parts, where we're learning how to construct sentences that we often see in those Workworld type documents. Learning sentence parts is key if you want to create Workworld writing. Sentence parts replace numerous grammar rules that are often confusing and hard to remember. Learning sentence parts is going to make it easier to understand the tough grammar, like semicolons, colons, dashes, those types of things. Sentence parts is going to make you a more confident writer. It's going to help you explain your writing and your grammar. And there's going to be a test on these sentence parts, so I hope you take it seriously. Let's jump online now and take a look at an article from National Geographic. Can world's rarest bear be saved? This article is all about a very rare bear in Mongolia called a gobi bear. It's a fascinating article. It's showing Mongolia, it's got great pictures and lots of helpful information. It's a good sample of work world or professional writing, the kind of writing I want you to be able to produce. What I did is I copied this entire article, it's actually 7 pages, and I pasted it into this Word document. Now I removed all of the advertisements and pictures, but you can see it's a long document, it's about 7 pages long. What I did next is I actually counted every single type of punctuation, every quotation mark, every comma, every period, every dash, every set of brackets, apostrophe, all of it. I counted it all and kept track of it, and look what I found. Periods and commas by far are more common than anything else. In fact, some of these other types of punctuation act as though they are periods or commas. So I want us to think about periods and commas. Periods are easier, they come at the end of a sentence, but a comma can be a little challenging. But when it comes to sentence parts, we are going to be using the comma. So sentence parts have only 4 parts that we need to learn, and we're going to use a comma to separate those parts. Why are we going to use a comma? Because in the original Greek, the comma means a little knife or to cut off. So when you think of a comma, you can think of it like a knife. It's cutting the sentence into parts, and we have 4 parts. In fact, when a comma first shows up on paper, it looks something like this, and then over time it shrunk and lost the handle of the knife, and eventually we have something like this. Let's take a closer look in the next video exactly how to use these 4 sentence parts.